That's it. We're done. So, are there any service brats in the audience? I was a service brat. We got shipped around all over the place. My dad was in the Australian Army. How many of you know I'm from Australia? That's right, mate. My wife ever leaves me, I'm going back to my old accent. Hello, love, I'm new in town. Can you show me the way to your place? So I just found out I'm from convict stock, right? Because Australians were settled by convicts. Australia was settled by convicts from the 1700s. The ones that they couldn't kill or hang or put in galleys on the Thames in England. Holy shit, seriously? I can see you, don't skulk. You good? Alright. So, everyone ever heard of the transportation thing? It was called the Bloody Code, where they killed everybody that stole more than 2 shillings in England. And anyone who stole under 2 shillings, which 2 shillings was a lot of money back then, they shipped into Australia. And I just found out, my real name is Springfield. How many people know my real name is Springfield? Springfield was sprung on me when I was 15 years old. This guy said, I was in a band, he said, what's your name? I said, Richard Springfield. He said, no one will ever understand that, you're Rick Springfield. So I am. So Springfield was a convict from... Seriously? No, it's awesome. It's like hardcore shit. It's like, yeah, I was born in New York. You got a problem with that? So Leicester, 28th of March, 1789, William Springthorpe was sentenced to Australia for 14 years. So I'm convict stock. I mean, when we were kids in a... Where were you? Do you have a note from home? What? Yeah? Okay. So when I was a kid in Australia, it was like kind of cool to say, yeah, my great-great-grandfather was a convict, that's why I'm here. You know, when you're a kid, that's kind of cool. But he was probably brought out, you know, for 14 years for stealing a loaf of bread so his family could eat. So it's not like they really killed somebody. But this is, we found a photo of old Springthorpes. I came from those loins. That's scary shit. They're Springthorpes. That's where I came from. Probably with a little beard I can pull that out. So anyway, that's where I came from. And I was in Australia and wanted to come to America. I always had big dreams of coming to America. And it was 1966 when I was kicked out of school. I was kicked out of school in the 11th grade because I discovered the guitar and I didn't want to do anything else but play the guitar. And over here, you know, you're graded by letters, right? A, B, C, that kind of thing. Well, in Australia, when I was a kid, we were graded by percentages. 100% you had tape on your glasses and a pocket protector in your shirt. You know, for pens, in case they leaked. And 90% was great, 80% was good, 70% was okay, 60% your dad pulled you aside and said, son, we need to talk. For my last year at school, 11th grade, I got 3%. You judgmental bastard. And I got it for a poem. I didn't know any answers to the economics exam, so I wrote a poem about why I didn't know any of the answers. And you liked it so much, you gave me 3%. So I said I gotta start, so I couldn't go back. This is public school in Australia where they take anybody. So I was asked to leave public school. And I said, well, I kind of cut off plan B. I better do something with this guitar. So I went looking for a band, and we're in Australia, right, 1968. I found this band, and I was about 17, and I was a guitar player in the band. That's all. It's another guy's band. He's hired me as a guitar player. 3 months into the band, playing with his band, he says, we're going overseas. I go, oh, right. England? America. 1968. He said, no, we're going to Vietnam. Yeah, that was my reaction.
Oh, God.
And we went. And apparently, you know, we don't see the Bob Hope and Anne Margaret videos, USO tours, you know, they get up there and shake it, and they fly away in a fleet of helicopters to safety. Well, our tour of duty in Vietnam, which was 6 months, was nothing like that. We were hired by a guy out of Saigon who then rented us out to the army. Had nothing to do with the army. And apparently, because Australia was the only country that had people stupid enough to go there as civilians in a war zone. Right, and so we played these places called fire bases, where the GIs would go out from Saigon, the main bases, we based in Saigon and Da Nang, go out from the main bases, fight their way into the jungle and set up a perimeter, raise a wire, and put tents on the inside. That's where we played. And they'd fly us in Hueys, because there were no roads. You know the Hueys from the newsreels? That's the band flying to a gig. Not as cool as the tour bus, but I'm in the other Huey here taking that photograph. Me over the Badlands of Vietnam in 1968. They never shut the doors on the helicopters. I figured if I don't get shot over here, I'm going to get sucked out of one of these things at 3,000 feet. But they'd land because there were no roads into these fire bases, right? Oh, you think I can't see you because you're not looking at me? Cheers. Oh, it's beer. Good reason. All right. Did you bring enough for the whole class? So, and we'd play in tents, basically. We'd be on sandbags so the GIs could see us. And the GIs would be sitting out there with their M16s and their flak jackets and sitting on their helmets or on a chair. And it was the 60s, right? So it was like... You know that I would be alive. You know that I would be alive. If I were to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Exactly. Which we would have sung, only this particular point, we started hearing thumps outside the tent, right? And the sergeant sticks his head in and says, "That's incoming, gentlemen." And my first thought is, wow, people heard we're a good band. More people coming in. Come on in! But the GIs all took off. They grabbed their guns and ran out of the tent. We're like going, fuck. And the sergeant comes on and says, we're being rocketed from like 100 meters outside the perimeter, right? And I'd seen these rocket shrapnel. The soldiers love to show you this shit because they knew it scared the hell out of you. These rockets were like 6 foot tall, and they'd explode, and a piece of twisted shrapnel would break off the rocket red hot and razor sharp and spin through the air and cut you in half. And we were in a tent, right? So he comes on stage, he says, we're going to get you guys to a bunker. I said, no shit. So he takes us out to a bunker, more sandbags. We hunker down into this bunker for like half an hour, and we hear, right, for half an hour, suddenly all quiet. And it's a pretty small encampment. We don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. And we don't know if we've been overrun. And the sergeant comes in and says, they're gone now, you can come back on and play. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, light my fire. Dude, after you've had rockets thrown at you, the beer can is nothing. I've had beer cans thrown at me in the early days. I grew up in Australia, we played pubs. They didn't like you, they threw a friggin' full can of beer at your head. I say, is that all you got? Anyway, my big feature, we love this kid. We were based in Saigon and Da Nang. We love this little guy. He was just